Hey, how's it going, Old School Runescape, and welcome back to a look back at our best updates of 2014. It's been a big year, and quite a lot has changed. But before we get into these, just a quick disclaimer, these aren't really in any specific order, as it's more personal preference which update you preferred the most. That being said, let's hop into it with number 10, in the Motherlode Mine, which is home to Prospector Percy in the Dwarven Mine. It also has no quest requirements, and players can mine the ore veins there to collect pay dirt, which can then be exchanged for random ores depending on your mining level. And it provides some decent mining XP. This update was to create a new and interesting way to train mining, and it did just that. Also, it came with some snazzy new Prospector gear, which, when worn, offers bonus XP while mining. Following that, we take a look at Clan Wars. So released back in June, players can now enjoy the most epic clan versus clan experience in RuneScape. Located just south of the Duel Arena, these arenas can also be accessed through the Duel Ring. And it also came with a couple bonus features like the Prayer Altar and the Bank for convenience. Following that, at number 8, it's the Treasure Trail expansion. This expansion came with both rare and extremely rare rewards, such as the Katana, Gilded Scimitar, Dragon Cane, Holy Sandals, and of course the new Third Age weapons and cloak. The Third Age weapons are in fact so rare that not a single cloak has been discovered yet. Next up, it's the Slayer bosses. The Cave Kraken and the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil were two never-seen-before high-level Slayer bosses, and they offered some seriously epic rewards, such as the Kraken Tentacle, which would go on to make what's now arguably Old School's best weapon for activities such as PKing and staking, and the Smoke Devil boss dropped the Smoke Staff, which is a combination of both air and fire runes, an extremely helpful tool for mages. On top of that, the Smoke Devil boss also drops the Occult Necklace and the Dragon Chain Body, and it's those three drops that make it one of the most profitable monsters Old School has to offer. That being said, the requirements for these monsters are rather high, as you do need 87 and 93 Slayer, and they have to be a task for you to kill them. Still definitely a huge and well-enjoyed update. And our number 6 spot goes to the Wilderness Rejuvenation update. The purpose of this update was quite simply to encourage those who normally wouldn't step foot in the wilderness to give it a shot. We did so by introducing monsters like the Lava Dragons, and the Wilderness bosses, known as Callisto, the Chaos Fanatic, Crazy Archaeologist, Scorpia, Venenatus, and finally Vedion. On top of that, we also introduced the Wilderness God Wars dungeon, which came with perks like the Aviancies that dropped noted Addy bars. And though these are extremely profitable, try not to forget they're located in the wilderness and you can die quite quickly to a team. Moving on to our number 5 position with the Corporal Beast. This absolutely massive monster is now Old School's toughest boss, and rightfully so, as he drops some seriously expensive loot, like the sigils. However, as voted on by the players, the Corp Beast was released without the addition of the Divine Sigil. This meant that the Ellie would now be the best shield in the game, and so Mod Ghost has even gone on to give it a cool little animation to indicate when the special is in effect. Following Corp, we take a look at the Bounty Hunter update, which was a massive addition to the wilderness and came with something similar to the previous target system, but also the new emblems. And these emblems can be acquired by killing players or even some monsters in the wildy, and they're upgraded by killing your target while having them in your inventory. They can then be traded in for bounties as a currency to purchase anything in the Bounty Hunter shop, which includes items like the Rune Pouch, and upgrades to the Ring of Wealth, Magic Shortbow, and the Sarah Sword. And at number 3, we have the Boss Pets, and these little guys took the community by storm and sent everyone on a mission to catch them all. Released mid-July, these extremely rare pets will follow you around on your adventures through RuneScape, and there's quite a few of them. Unfortunately, however, they are lost upon death, but you can speak to Probita and East Arty who will insure your pets for 500k. And up next at our number 2 spot is the Iron Man mode. This update was inspired by a few big members of the community, and is essentially a completely self-sufficient and independent way to play the game. While restricting player interaction, you're completely on your own, and if you're brave enough to go Ultimate, you don't even get access to a bank. That's tough. And finally, at our number 1 spot, we have the quite recent Trading Post, which is Old School's solution to a better trading system. As voted on by the players, the Trading Post would keep player interaction alive, and wouldn't come with features like automatic trading. However, upon release, many players were quick to say that they'd prefer something like the Grand Exchange, so we'll be polling options like the Grand Exchange in early 2015. So there you have it, guys. Those were Old School's top 10 biggest updates of 2014. Again, not in any specific order, but we're going to leave you with a question. What would you rank as Old School's best update of 2014? And aside from that, guys, well, thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the new year.